What's going on, everyone? So, with the signing of Jordan Goodwin, it signals at the bare minimum that the Lakers are really trying to look for highly competitive practices, right? When you're talking about LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you're not going to find somebody that's available right now in free agency that can come in on a training camp deal and really push them and work them hard, right? There's not a center that's available right now that you can sign that's going to clamp up and make Anthony Davis really work. But there are guards like Goodwin who can come in and have an impact and get into a D'Angelo Russell, get into an Austin Reeves, get into a Gabe Vincent, right? Also is really good at one of the things that the Lakers were terrible at last year, which is rebounding. And D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves having to fight with Goodwin to rebound and find better positioning and all that stuff. JJ Redick has really made it a point of emphasis that he really wants hard-nosed, just grueling practices, right? Now, that doesn't mean that every single day they're going to have these like intense practices, but he wants to practice more often than not. He wants it to be a meaningful practice. He wants there to be a level of competition. And so, LeBron James and Anthony Davis are LeBron James and Anthony Davis. They're going to be fine. Right? Now, obviously, you want them to buy in. You want them to practice and do those things as well. But you want to have the other guys have as much competition as possible. And I think Jordan Goodwin really kind of fills that void. The other side of that is the Lakers brought him in via a potential trade, right? Now, the Lakers, a lot of talk and rumor all of a sudden. A lot of it came from Jovan Buha. But a lot of talk, right, that, hey, Lakers are probably going to go get Jonas Valanciunas. Now, if the Lakers go get Jonas Valanciunas, they're probably swapping Gabe Vincent for Jonas Valanciunas plus whatever, second round pick or a couple seconds or whatever it takes to go get Valanciunas. Well, if you go get Valanciunas, you now have a need for a guard. So maybe the Lakers with a team like Washington, maybe they can convince, the Wizards to take Cam Reddish and Gabe Vincent and take on Valanciunas, clear a little extra salary space. Maybe you give up an extra second or something, clear up a little extra salary space, and now you're bringing in Jordan Goodwin. Right? Because now, again, if you trade Gabe Vincent, now you have this need at the backup guard position. Yes, you have Jalen Hood-Schifino, but is he ready? And is he ready to the level in which you need him to be in order to have the impact? Jordan Goodwin, he's going to get after it defensively. He's going to be a hard-nosed hustle guy. He's going to be working hard, and he can rebound the basketball, which is key. The problem is he's not a great shooter. However, neither really is Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent can kind of be hot and cold. But for the most part, he's just slightly better than Jordan Goodwin is. But Jordan Goodwin is a much better rebounder. They are similar size, both, kind of 6'3", 200 pounds. So, it's not like Jordan Goodwin is like 6'5", 6'6", 210 pounds or whatever. And but He is a guy that basically provides and gives you exactly what Gabe Vincent would give you, right? Give you that point of attack, give you that guard that you can slot alongside D'Angelo Russell, you can slot alongside Austin Reeves, but he really helps with rebounding out on the perimeter, especially he'll help with offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, all of that, right? Jordan Goodwin is really a guy that the Lakers could really use and need, particularly if you get rid of Gabe Vincent. It just doesn't make sense for Jordan Goodwin right now, right? Right now, it just looks like he's nothing more than a training camp invite, which, again, that could just be the case, right? JJ Redick really wants competition in training camp. He wants hard-fought training camp games, right? So you bring in a guy like Jordan Goodwin to go after D'Angelo Russell, go after Austin Reeves and Gabe Vincent and these guys. Sure. But you have Jalen Hood-Schifino, you have Bronny James, right? Bronny James is good defensively, right? You have Max Christie, you have other guys that can kind of do that, right? Obviously, Bronny James and them, Jalen Shafino, they're probably not even going to be in the rotation or actually like playing. LeBronny's supposed to spend the year in the G League, right? But there's still guys that are going to be after it. There's still guys that are going to hustle and get in to D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves and those guys, right? It's weird to me. And I know I talked about, does the Jordan Goodwin signing signal a trade is on the horizon, right? And I kind of talked about the Jeremy Grant trade. Now, look, that's another trade that could potentially be a thing, right? Maybe the Lakers are working out some conversations. Maybe the Lakers are working out some negotiations on a potential trade. I just look at this trail that is starting to build up. Now, does that trail lead anywhere? That I don't know. But went from dead silence, right? Well, first there was all the trade talks of guys like that, but it's been dead silent. And then all of a sudden you get these rumors and reports of Valanciunas and the Lakers revisiting that, and he can't be traded till December 15th, I believe, right? So it's kind of like, okay, well, maybe that's the guy. Here's the thing, though, right? They don't necessarily have to sign Jordan Goodwin right now, right? Like, you bring him into training camp, you let him work out, you let him kind of run, like, what does he look like alongside D'Lo? What does he look like alongside us? You kind of let him go through the training camp with you, and then you tell him, hey, in 2 months, we're going to bring you on, right? We're going to go trade for Valanciunas, right? We're going to get that deal done. It's the Washington Wizards. They're our good old buddies. We need you to stay ready because we're probably going to trade Gabe Vincent. And when we trade Gabe Vincent, we're going to need you to come in and fill that hole. We're going to need you to come in and fill that void. So we need you working hard, working on your game, working on your shot, right? Stay in shape and be prepared for that phone call. I mean, that happens all the time with players. That happens all the time with guys, right? Like, teams will bring guys in training camp and go, hey, just to let you know, if something happens, right, we're probably bringing you in, just to let you know, right? And if they don't end up landing Valanciunas, then, it is what it is. But, I mean, maybe it's at the trade deadline, right? Maybe it is. Maybe the Lakers, maybe it's not the Valanciunas thing. Maybe it is, Jeremy Grant or something at the trade deadline. Regardless, if you're interested in a guy like Goodwin and you believe that he's a guy that could fill the void of a Gabe Vincent, or maybe it is D'Angelo Russell. I do think that they try to trade D'Angelo Russell at some point, right? Like, so maybe it is like, hey, we just need another guard. We need another backup guard. Hey, let's to get a look at Goodwin and see what he can do. Let's see what he can provide. Let's see how he looks and kind of get a gauge. Okay, is he a guy that we want to kind of put on the back burner and just say, hey, we need you working. Make sure you're ready. Right? Or is he a guy that we're just kind of like, we're going to have to find something else, right? Just because even if the trade doesn't happen like tomorrow, doesn't mean that Goodwin isn't the safety net for if it happens, right? Because again, if you get rid of Gabe Vincent, you now have this need. If you swap Gabe Vincent for Valanciunas, you now have this need of like, hey, we could use another guard, right? Particularly a guard like Gabe Vincent. Now, it would be nice to get a legit two-way guard, right? It'd be nice to get a guy that can rebound like if Goodwin could shoot, even 37% from three, right? It doesn't even have to be 40 plus, right? If he could just shoot like 37% for three, that would just be chef kiss, right? Because of his rebounding, his defense, his hustle, his energy, right? Like if he could just come off the bench and just be respectable enough to where you actually have to contest, right? You actually have to go and challenge his shot. I just think that goes such a long way, right? Like, so again, hopefully he's working hard. He's working in the lab. Hopefully and look, I mean, if anyone could help him in that regard, it'd be JJ Redick, right? JJ kind of be helping him with his shot, with his development. Like, hey, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to change shot here, right? Like really start growing and training these guys, right? But I just, again, like the more I think about the Goodwin signing, the more that like I kind of sit here and look at the situation, the more I'm like, why like Goodwin out of all players, right? Like again, you have guys already that you get a look at, right? You have the undrafted kid that I'm blanking on his name on. Forgive me. But they were really high on him, right? He was the one that Quincy. There we go. Knew it'd come to me, right? You had him, who he's waiting in the wings to be that 3-and-D guard, right? Like, so you could go with him and have him come in, or like there's just other options. Like, why Jordan Goodwin, who again is looked at as a guy, like, he's still young, he's 25, but he's a guy that kind of fits a need if you were to swap him with like a Gabe Vincent or something like that, right? Like, give you that athleticism, give you that point of attack, give you that rebounding, give you the things that the Lakers would be lacking. I just think that the Jordan Goodwin part is what is odd. If they would have brought in some young defensive guy, or they would have brought in some young guard or something like that, I would have been like, oh, or just like a real veteran guard, like, so I don't know, some random guy. They were just like, oh, hey, yeah, we brought him in for just to help with development. Like, I'd be like, it really means nothing. It's just a training camp invite. But Goodwin's a guy that could really help right now. Right? Like, if the Lakers had a roster spot, I wouldn't hate them bringing him on right now. So, again, it's just, I don't know, it's just a little odd to me. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think that, like, hey, yeah, do you think that this is just a sign for a trade period? Do you think Jonas Valanciunas, right? Again, to me, it's more so, this kind of feels like Gabe Vincent's replacement for a Valanciunas trade, right? All this talk about Valanciunas, you're trading Gabe Vincent, more likely than not to go get Valanciunas. Boom, there you go, right? Now you got the easy plug-in. You got the easy replacement. But do you feel the same way? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.